Have you ever wondered, why do so many older adults choose to live alone and feel happier for it? It turns out, there's an unspoken truth: after 60, having a partner isn't always the blessing people assume. In fact, it can quietly become a burden, draining your freedom, energy, and even joy. If you've ever felt exhausted from constant compromise, worried about your partner's declining health, or strained by shared finances, let's explore 5 eye-opening reasons why. Who knows? Embracing your golden years with independence might just be the greatest gift you give yourself. Number 1. The emotional toll of constant compromise. Why relationships can drain you in your golden years. Let's be honest, relationships aren't always sunshine and rainbows, especially as we get older. You'd think that after decades of marriage or partnership, things would get easier. But here's the surprising truth: the older you are, the heavier the weight of compromise feels. And sometimes, what once felt like love starts to feel like, well, a slow leak sucking the joy out of your days. Why compromise hits harder after 60? Picture this: you're in your 70s. Your patience isn't what it used to be, and honestly, why should it be? You've earned the right to relax, enjoy your routines, and do what makes you happy. But instead, you're stuck in endless negotiations over the smallest things. What's for dinner? Even though you've been craving the same dish for weeks. What to watch on TV? Spoiler, it's never your turn to pick. Where to go on weekends? Hint, it's never where you want to go. Sound familiar? These might seem like tiny annoyances, but here's the thing: they add up. Every little compromise chips away at your energy, and in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, you have less energy to spare. The exhaustion of we instead of me. When we're young, compromise feels noble. We do it for love, for family, for harmony. But as we age, something shifts. You start to realize, wait, when do I get to just be? Take Robert, a 74-year-old who spent decades adjusting to his wife's preferences. He gave up his love of quiet mornings because she wanted the TV blaring at 6 a.m. He ate meals he didn't enjoy. He nodded along to plans he never wanted. Then, after his wife passed, he expected to feel lonely, but instead, he felt relief. For the first time in years, he could breathe without someone else's needs crowding his space. That's the irony: many of us stay in relationships out of habit, not happiness. We tell ourselves, this is just how marriage works, or it's too late to change. But is that really how you want to spend your golden years, constantly bending to keep the peace? The freedom of letting go. Here's the good news: aging doesn't have to mean settling. It can mean finally prioritizing your peace. Imagine waking up and doing exactly what you want, no discussions, no guilt. Eating where you crave, watching what you love, and traveling where you dream. Making decisions without that voice in your head asking, but what will they think? That's not selfish, it's self-care. And after a lifetime of putting others first, you've earned it. So, what's your next move? If this resonates with you, ask yourself, is my relationship still giving me joy, or just familiarity? Maybe it's time to speak up about your needs, yes, even now. Create small pockets of me time to recharge. Or, if the weight feels too heavy, consider whether staying is truly serving you. Because here's the truth no one says out loud: you don't owe anyone your exhaustion. Your golden years should be yours, full of ease, laughter, and the freedom to finally put yourself first. What's one small thing you'll do for yourself this week? Share below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Number 2. Freedom or burden? The truth about relationships after 60-inch. My dear friend, have you ever stopped to ask yourself, have I ever truly lived for myself? Especially as we enter our golden years, many of us suddenly realize how much personal freedom we've sacrificed in long-term relationships. 1. The hidden cost of togetherness. When we're young, we willingly sacrifice for family. But at 60 or 70, you deserve to wake up according to your natural rhythm. Eat what you truly crave. Travel where you've always dreamed. Yet having a partner often means every small decision requires thought. Will she like this? 2. Mr. Wong's story, 78 years old and finally free. After his wife passed, Mr. Hong realized he'd never once chosen the TV channel he wanted. Always ate breakfast on schedule, even when craving sleep. Hadn't gone fishing in 50 years, his forgotten passion. Now when I wake up, I finally understand what it means to truly live, he shared, with eyes full of both joy and regret. 3. Are you losing yourself? Warning signs you're losing independence. Needing permission for personal decisions. Avoiding hobbies for fear of inconveniencing your partner. Feeling guilty about me time. 4. How to reclaim your freedom. It's never too late to carve out daily golden hours just for you. Voice your desires confidently. Rediscover abandoned passions. Final thought. Your golden years should be your most fulfilling. Don't let old habits steal life's last precious freedom. Remember, self-love isn't selfish, it's how you live more happily for yourself and loved ones. Are you in a similar situation? Share your story, your experience might help someone needing advice. Thank you for watching until now. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next episodes. Now, let's move on to the next part. Number 3. The exhaustion of constant compromise, why saying yes too often drains your golden years. Hey friend. Let's talk about something we rarely admit out loud. Compromise gets exhausting as we age. When we're young, bending a little feels like good relationship practice. But after 60, those little yes, dear moments start feeling less like love and more like life sentences. When we stops feeling worth it. Remember in your 30s, pretending to like his fishing trips or her antique collections? Back then, it seemed harmless. But now, choosing paint colors feels like peace negotiations. Deciding on dinner takes more energy than eating it. Even TV time requires diplomatic skills. Take George, 74, who realized after his wife passed that he'd watched 12 years of soap operas he hated. Ate vegetarian meals despite craving steak. Slept on her side of the bed for decades. His unexpected feeling after becoming widowed? Relief. Not because he didn't love her, but because he'd forgotten what it felt like to choose freely. Why compromise hurts more now? Science shows our emotional bandwidth shrinks with age. What this means? Your patience for unnecessary debates is gone. Small irritations feel big, yes, even the toothpaste cap. Energy spent keeping the peace is energy stolen from your joy. The cruel irony? Many of us stay in these exhausting patterns simply because we've always done it this way. It's too late to change. What will people think? The freedom on the other side. Imagine mornings where the only opinion that matters is yours. A living room decorated exactly how you like it. Meals that satisfy your cravings, no negotiations. This isn't about abandoning relationships, it's about redefining them. Try 1. The non-negotiable list. Pick 3 things you'll no longer compromise on. Your coffee ritual? That recliner? 2. Solo time. Designate my time hours where your preferences rule. 3. Truth talks. Honey, I love you, but I'm too old to pretend I like jazz. Your turn. Today, notice one compromise that drains you. Maybe it's nodding through the same old stories. Attending events you dread. Silencing your preferences to keep things easy. Then ask, is this still serving me? Because here's the secret no retirement brochure mentions, your golden years should be your easiest years. Number 4. Love or burden. The hidden toll of caregiving in your golden years. Dear friend, let's have an honest conversation about one of life's most difficult truths. Caring for an ailing partner often comes at the expense of your own health and happiness. It's a silent crisis affecting millions of seniors, and chances are, no one warned you about it. When love becomes a 24/7 job. Picture this. Your morning starts with medication reminders instead of coffee. Doctor's appointments fill your calendar instead of lunch dates. Date night means checking vital signs together. Research shows that elderly caregivers are 63% more likely to die prematurely than their peers. Experience depression at twice the normal rate. Often develop chronic illnesses from constant stress. The story of Margaret, 72, that will break your heart. After 10 years caring for her husband with Parkinson's, she'd lost 18 pounds from skipped meals. Developed severe back problems from lifting him. Couldn't remember the last time she slept through the night. When he passed, her first emotion wasn't grief, it was guilt-ridden relief. I loved him, she confessed, but caregiving nearly killed us both. Why nobody talks about this? We romanticize in sickness and in health, but rarely discuss the financial ruin from medical bills. The loneliness of being always needed but never cared for. The heartbreaking moment you realize you've become a nurse, not a partner. How to protect yourself without guilt. If you're in this situation, 1. Accept help. That neighbor who offers meals. Say yes. The grandkid who can drive to appointments. Let them. 2. Prioritize your health. Mark your calendar for a 30-minute daily walk, even if it's just around the house. Regular checkups, your health matters too. 1 selfish hour weekly, bubble bath, anyone? 3. Consider professional care. It's not abandonment, it's wisdom. Even part-time help can save your sanity. A message for your heart. If you're feeling trapped in the caregiver role, please know. Your exhaustion is valid. Your needs are important. Seeking help isn't failure, it's survival. Because here's the painful truth nobody tells you, you can't pour from an empty cup. And the world needs you healthy too. Number 5. Love or liability. The financial and emotional risks of late-life relationships. Hey there. Let's talk about something most retirement guides skip, how finding love after 60 can sometimes turn your golden years into financial quicksand. While companionship is wonderful, many seniors are discovering that new relationships come with unexpected price tags, both monetary and emotional. The hidden costs of finding love later in life. Picture this. Your dream cruise fund becomes her grandson's college fund. Your quiet retirement home now hosts his debt-laden adult children. Medical bills for someone you've known just 2 years drain savings built over 40. Take Robert, 80, who learned this the hard way. Spent $58,000 supporting his new partner's chronic illness. Changed his will to include her kids, straining family ties. Now worries daily about outliving his money. I thought I was getting a companion, he sighs. I didn't realize I was signing up to be a safety net. Why money fights hurt more now? Unlike young couples, seniors face unique financial pressures. Limited earning potential, no paycheck do-overs at 75. Healthcare tsunamis, one diagnosis can wipe out savings. Family fallout, your kids versus their kids in inheritance battles. Studies show 68% of late-life couples argue about money weekly. Blended finances reduce retirement satisfaction by 40%. Singles maintain better financial control post-60. How to protect your future without closing your heart. 1. The 3-month rule. Wait 90 days before combining any accounts, co-signing loans, changing beneficiaries. 2. The Money Talk Playbook. Ask gently but firmly. How do you handle medical expenses? Do your children financially depend on you? What are your thoughts on long-term care planning? 3. Keep a financial safe zone. Maintain one account just for you. Clear estate documents. Regular check-ins with a neutral financial advisor. A truth worth remembering. Your retirement savings represent decades of hard work. Your security blanket. Possibly your only healthcare fund. It's not selfish to protect it, it's self-preservation. Final thought. Love after 60 can be beautiful, but please, keep your eyes open. Protect what you've built. Remember that at this stage, financial mistakes have lifelong consequences. Final thought. Your happiness, your choice. Let's be real, your golden years should feel golden. Not weighed down by relationships that drain more than they give. Maybe it's time to ask yourself, is this love or just habit? Imagine waking up with no compromises. No silent resentments. Just you, fully free, fully at peace. Sounds refreshing, doesn't it? Here's the truth no one says out loud, staying single isn't giving up. It's choosing yourself. And sometimes, that's the bravest and smartest decision you'll ever make. So, what's your take? I've never felt happier alone. But love makes it all worth it. I'm torn, help me decide. Drop a comment below, let's get real about what really makes life after 60 fulfilling. Your story might be the nudge someone needs. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next episode. If you found this video helpful, please like and comment below. It really motivates me to create more valuable content for you.